Salt. Salt is a brand and digital agency.
Salt helps brands be essential.
It's creating something that's not going to be forgotten. I'm Chris Sinklenrock. I'm a digital creative director at Salt Branding.
I'm Paul. I'm the creative director and one of the founders of Salt. Today, the web plays an incredibly important part in the work that we do. Like a lot of people, we're a very traditional company. We had our, Photoshop PSDs and wireframes, and we went through a very traditional process. Today, that has really changed. Clients want to see real prototypes. They want to see things in a way that they can understand the interaction and how they're going to work. One of the tools we're using is Webflow. It's a really interesting way for us to expedite that process.
Webflow really has changed the way our creatives work. When we have a chance to show a client a site earlier in the process, they have an opportunity to give us feedback earlier in the process.
It really allows our designers to turn their ideas into something we can share with our clients incredibly quickly.
It's a much more integrated process to be able to design and see how it's going to function at the same time. Before, it was a static representation that lost that life.
Hey, I'm Carson and I'm a designer at Salt Branding. Moving over to Webflow, it's nice because you can skip a lot of that interim work with Photoshop, where that's now just a tool to create the icons, put together the imagery, and then Webflow takes the whole brunt of, laying out the CSS for us.
It doesn't have a templated feel. It doesn't feel like I'm going in, I have to pick option A, option B, and I can tweak it a little bit. It's a blank canvas, and I love that about it as a designer. I can go in and I can just build it from scratch just the same way I would do in a Photoshop. Our design team, they use Photoshop, they use Illustrator. Webflow mimics those same user interface tools so that they don't need to worry about knowing code or learning development processes. That's part of Webflow, but it's invisible to them. Now, we're developing and designing at the same time. We're not siloing each of our disciplines.
It really connects the strategy to the creative execution faster than we've ever been able to do before.